Just look at this. Who is this man? Who could this possibly be? Who is that? What's going on there? Something's gone terribly wrong. Something's gone terribly wrong somewhere along the line. Oh no. Hey guys, sorry I haven't made a video in a while. Hey guys. Speaking of autism, don't be ashamed of your autism. It gives you powers. It gives you the ability to draw connections where no one else would. Here's one connection, for example. The human brain is a lot like the Fate series of animes, in that it's really complicated and the people who like it are like, look at it, it's the most complex thing of all time. But when you look really closely, there's nothing there. It's shit. I'm out here preparing for my future life out in the wilderness, but I don't really know how. But here I am. What's that? Awake in the daytime. What's that about? If only they knew I'd been up all night. If only they knew. But they ain't new. They just ain't new. It's bloody cold, I tell you what. It's bloody cold. It's bloody cold, I tell you what. Ooh, my bones. It's bloody cold. Oh, it's bloody. It's much better to get under here. Oh, yeah. What's it looking like? Alright then. Who are ya? What's the bloody time? 8:30 in the AM. Talk about sleep cycles. Don't talk about them to me. It's time to go to sleep. I don't even feel tired. But I need to sleep. Oh, motherfuckers. Motherfucking heart. Yo, what's the point? What's the point of having a heart? What's the point of having a heart if it ain't even gonna fucking work? Tell me that real quick, why don't you? Tell me that real quick, why don't you? What's the point in having a heart? Just gonna be palpitationing. Tell me that, why don't you? You can't, can you? You bloody can't. You bloody dingus. Now listen here, mate. They're lying to you. They tell you you need food. 1 meal a day, that's about all you need. Make you right up in the head. Taking you need sleep. Couple hours a week is all you need. I tell you I'm insane up there. They'll tell you that. But what they don't tell you is I'm the only bloody sane one here. The patients are running the asylum. And I'm the only one with any patience round here. So I don't get shit, do I? Fucking jaw's fucked. My fucking jaw's fucked. And here I am. No better for it. Should've known I'd end up like this. I should have known it would all end up like this. From a young age, I always knew I had superpowers. If only I knew my superpower was idiocy. Ugh. Motherfuckers really be out here fucking bitches. Meanwhile, I'm out here doing this. Way more fun. Fuck you. Yo, fuck you. Even the neats ain't even neat enough for me. Even the greys can't relate. What's going on, guys? It's your boy, American No Thank You here. Back at it again with another motherfucking YouTube video. And today, we're gonna be doing a quick shout out to all my nature motherfuckers. We live out in nature. I'm gonna go live in the wilderness. I don't give a fuck about you. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. Friendship ended with everybody. Fuck you. Society is a scam. Friendship ended with everybody. Society is a scam. I live on my own. I don't call my phone. I'm independent on my own, living in the jungle. That's gonna be me. I'm gonna be living in the jungle. I'm gonna be living there. I'm gonna get an infection from a tiny cut and it's gonna kill me because I'm gonna be living alone in the jungle. And then I'm gonna die alone in the jungle. Maybe not the jungle, maybe some sort of tropical rainforest. What's the difference between rainforest and jungle? Anyway, what's the difference between those two things anyway? Jungle, rainforest, Amazon rainforest, Amazon jungle. Oh, motherfucking, I don't fucking know. Only thing I do know, I'ma live there in a little hammock. I'ma sleep in a little hammock. I'm gonna sleep there in my hammock like that. And then motherfuckers will be coming at me, but they won't be able to get at me because I'll be in my hammock. I'll be out here fishing. I'll eat some fish. Maybe I'll catch a couple wild boar. Maybe I'll catch a couple of those wild boar. Maybe I'll eat a couple of those wild boar. Maybe I'll get a dog, keep me company out there in the wilderness. I'm gonna get a dog. I'm gonna bring a dog with me to keep me company out there in the wilderness. And I'm gonna smoke the fish. And I'm gonna salt the fish to keep it for longer. And that's about it. That's about all I'm gonna do. And then I'm gonna die from an incurable disease because I don't have antibiotics. Should I just bring some antibiotics with me? Maybe. I don't know. I haven't thought that far ahead yet. But there I am. Now you know. So, see you later, motherfuckers. I'm off to the jungle. See you later, motherfuckers. Bitch ass motherfuckers don't even know about the jungle. Motherfucking bitch ass motherfuckers think they all this, think they all that. Little do they know I don't even smoke crack. Little motherfuckers just wandering around like, oh, here I am wandering around. I'm so cool. Look at me, I'm so cool. Little do they know, oh, everything is fucking meaningless. They're not cool at all. They're fucking disgusting. You ever look at them? Oh, they're nasty. They're bloody nasty. Oh, I'm insane. Fuck you, you're insane. I live here. I live in this brain. What do you think that's like for me, eh? You ever stop to give a thought to me living in this brain? Fucks me up, let me tell you that much. Shit's be moving all around, and all I can do is just sit there and take it. And I'm just fucked, you know? There's not much I can do about it. I'm just stuck here, fucked in me own brain. And that's about what it is. So it's time for me to go. Goodbye. And have a wonderful evening, children. I haven't decided if I'm doing an Irish or a Scottish accent. I believe I've decided on Irish now. But the new was more of a Scottish thing, you know. The new over there was more of a Scottish inflection. I was gonna move to Scotland. I think I was gonna move to Glasgow, but I don't know anymore. I I eh, I wanted to move up, uh, like to some sort of the croft up in the Highlands, right? Live on my own or away from the society. But but it's firstly it's expensive. Secondly, uh, it doesn't solve the problem of my student loan debt. And thirdly, uh, it's fucking Scotland. It's kind of shite. It's Scotland. I mean, I like Scotland. I would love to live there. It's incredibly beautiful up there in the Highlands. Probably one of my favorite places on earth. Uh, but those Highlanders, they don't take kindly to Englishmen like myself, so may have to get better at my Scottish accent and just fucking, you know what I'm saying, just fucking have at ye, just fucking have at ye. Why are you watching this? I'm just literally spewing nonsense. And you're still, I know you're watching. You're an idiot. You're fucking retarded. Just stop. Unsubscribe. Why? Why? Like, take a look at yourself. I'm sitting here doing this because I want to, but you're sitting here doing this for absolutely no fucking reason. You disgust me. Autists need to become more hyper-racist. I feel like a lot of autists already are hyper-racist, or just... I should clarify what I mean by this. Need to become more racist towards neurotypicals, because autists are superior, right? Obviously. It's not even a debate. And also, autistic people... This isn't like just a conjecture, this is scientifically proven that autistic people have way less troubles communicating with other autistic people, just like neurotypicals are way more comfortable around other neurotypicals. Look it up. So, the problem is that society is built by neurotypicals, so autists often spend their time trying to adapt, which, I mean, you can't really avoid it. It's not like it's misguided. It's the only option, because you spend your first for so many years of your life in school surrounded by neurotypicals, and you're in an environment that is designed specifically for them, and you're surrounded. You have no choice but to attempt to assimilate, right? So instantly you're fucked, which is why school needs to be burned. Schools are for burning, friendly reminder. But yeah, if you can deprogram yourself from that and stop caring, in like, not just in like a, bro, just be yourself, man. I mean in like a more broad sense, to literally understand that you are superior and that you should hang around with other people who are superior, even if they are not so good at communicating with other people. You shouldn't take that as a sign that they're not going to be, if you're an autist. And then just be more racist. Just purposefully hang around. I don't mean be more racist as in racist. I mean be more racist against neurotypicals, because they don't deserve it. They have all the fucking advantage. Okay? We need to start fighting back. Exclude them from your friend groups. Don't hire them. Fuck the neurotypicals. Okay, we build our own world for us new types, and they can go fuck themselves. They don't fucking need our help. We need them. They need us. We don't need them. So we just fucking destroy the neurotypicals, extinguish them, exterminate them. They do not get look, okay, this is kind of a joke, but it's also kind of not a joke, okay? There's no reason to be nice to neurotypicals. They have all the fucking advantage in the world. There's no reason to play nice to them. Just exclude them. Fuck them, you know? Who likes hanging around with normies anyway? Just get rid of them. I don't need them. There's so much, many of us are so naturally kind that we don't want to be rude to the neurotypicals, but just stop caring. Just learn to say no, and say no, fuck you, because it will improve your life so much. just learn to say no. Fuck you. I'm not pandering to you. I'm gonna hang out with these people. I'm gonna build a community and build things around these people. I'm not gonna pander towards whatever neurotypical fucking shit you motherfuckers want. That's what you need to learn to do. That's what we need to learn to do. And not only will this advance humanity, but it will improve your life. So fuck the neurotypicals. Anti-neurotypical action. This is my new thing. This is my new thing. I'm being really racist against normal people. Well, this sort of blur that's on my camera looks very cool. Very cool. So many anarchists are so fucking full of bourgeois moralism. It's insane. Like, I call myself an anarchist just because I oppose the state. But the idea of opposing all unjust hierarchy, I understand it. Unjustified, unjust, whatever. But it has an implicit moralism, right? Because someone has to decide what hierarchies are justified and unjustified. And obviously you want that somebody to be you, which is antithetical to the goal of anarchism because it creates a hierarchy. Even if it's a hierarchy of the majority, it still creates a hierarchy, right? Which is, there you go. Get fucked, anarchists. Get fucked. I hate you. What was I saying? Yeah, it's all full of this bourgeois moralism that, like, your belief system has to be driven by some sort of moral good, which is just used to shut down belief systems that go against the ruling class, the ruling ideology of neoliberal capitalism, because you can't do something immoral, right? And this is not my inner Stalinist speaking. Again, I oppose the state, but not for any moral reason. For purely pragmatic reasons, the bureaucracy is inefficient and shitty. Rather than any sort of moralistic reason that no one should have power over another human being. I don't really give a fuck. I just want to have the power. I'm completely happy to have power over other human beings, right? But it's never gonna happen because the fucking system is set up so that I can't, because I've been fucked, right? That's very obvious. Oppose all hierarchies I'm not at the top of, which sounds pretty fucking dodgy, right? Sounds pretty dodgy from a moralist point of view. So this is where Stirner comes in, right? Because so many anarchists claim to have read Stirner, but none of them actually pay attention to anything he says. I'm still more of a pessimist than Stirner. Like, the idea that I don't believe in self-interest even, because I don't think that people can actually, I don't think it's possible to know what's in your self-interest at all times and that sort of shit. And it's also not always possible to act in your self-interest. But I still call myself an anarchist just because I oppose the state. That's all I care about. I don't like the state, I don't like capitalism. I don't want to have a boss, no bosses, no managers. 500 channels in this daydream simulation. Help me to forget my life and raise my expectations. Locked into reruns, your memories repeating, till all your ideas seem so self-defeating. There you have it. Fuck world trade. Critical support for the Islamic State in their quest against Western imperialism. That was a joke. I don't support the Islamic State. That was just a joke. Don't come at me, bro. Don't come at me. Don't tase me, bro. Don't tase me. ADHD is a pretty good example of what I was just talking about, because there's a pretty decently well respected theory that ADHD was like an evolutionary advantage, not for everyone, but it's advantageous for a tribe to have a few people, maybe one or two people with ADHD in a hunter-gatherer society, because look it up. I don't know the details that much, but look it up. It's very interesting about the hyper focus that you can get and stuff like that. It's evolutionary advantageous in a hunter-gatherer tribe. But then once we evolved cities, that's not quite the right word. Once we made civilization as we know it, it was now maladaptive, but it didn't go away, which is weird. Probably because we didn't give it enough time before we found out that you can just give people amphetamines and then they'll stop being ADHD, which is, fucked, because now people with ADHD are just stuck in this limbo where they're not going to be bred out naturally by natural selection, and like the only reason that ADHD is maladaptive is because of what I was talking about, that society is built around, civilization is built around the neurotypical, which is just arbitrary, right? That's the only reason it's maladaptive. In a hunter-gatherer setting or something like that, it wouldn't be. Same with like genderqueer identities and all that sort of stuff. So many native cultures have third genders or transgender identities, but our predominant Western culture doesn't, because of Judeo-Christian Abrahamic religion type shit. So like, those people are just fucked purely because of the arbitrary rules that come with civilization. And a lot of these cultures, this is one of my problems with people who say that anarcho-primitivists are anti-trans. I mean, some of them are, this is true, but I don't think it's necessarily true, because if you just look at how many native cultures have something akin to transgender people or third gender people, and obviously they don't have any form of HRT, and they've existed for a very, very long time. So I'm not sure about that. I definitely, I'm not an Amprim though. I'm just anti-civ, but not an Amprim. It's complicated. But yeah, this tendency towards neurotypicalness is incredibly frustrating, literally holding us back as a species. But thankfully, we have the accelerating march of techno-capital to propel us into the next. Thanks, China. So let's hope the basilisk can save us by destroying us. The autists will rise once, because, like, yeah, I don't need to explain this. Once again, humans done fucked up. In the wild, animals, like, let's take for example the first ape-like creature to stand up and walk bipedally, which led to humanity, right? For that guy, it was like a random genetic mutation, right? Like some freak was born with a fucked up pelvis, which let him stand up more easily, and then that gave him a advantage, and therefore he passed on his genes, right? That's how evolution works. However, we've kind of fucked it, because civilization is built around the status quo. It's made to benefit those who most perfectly embody the status quo, and therefore genetic mutation can never lead to, I don't see a way that genetic mutation can lead to an evolutionary advantage within the context of a society built around genetic status quo, built around this platonic ideal of the general human, right? Because, alright, let's see, what could be the next step in human evolution, quote unquote? Well, probably autism, right? That's a generally pretty well regarded thing. But society isn't built around the autists. and therefore the autists end up on the fringes of society and don't pass on their genes quite often, because, I mean, all you have to do is take a step to fucking Wizard Chan to find out how many autists don't pass on their genes. And therefore humanity never evolves into its true new type form, because we fucked up with civilization, right? So hopefully cybernetics can fix this. Hopefully cybernetics is the next, maybe not the next, it's like the defibrillator to jumpstart, to restart humanity. And it, it's on the way. We'll see about cybernetics. I'm cautiously optimistic. So that will be interesting. China is great when it comes to this, because they just do not give a fuck about ethics, which is what you need when you're trying to accelerate technology like this. China doesn't give a fuck about ethics, so they'll just like fully breed CRISPR babies with heightened intelligence like it's nothing. They don't give a fuck, which is great. That's what we need. I can't wait. So shouts out to you, China, for being so fucked up that the rest of the world is just left in the dust. Just the basilisk is just fucking completely manifesting itself. Neo China arrives from the future. There you go. I'm fucked. I'm completely... My sleep cycle is so fucked. Oh, fuck you. So I've been in a bit of a creative rut recently. I guess that's probably the word. I haven't made any music in quite a while. I've been making a few videos, but less constant output. And a lot of people get really stressed about this sort of thing. Especially when your livelihood depends on it. Like, oh god, I can't make any good songs. What am I going to do? Oh god, I can't put out any interesting videos. People are going to stop caring about me. But for me, this is just a natural thing. In fact, it makes perfect sense. I mean, I just was very stressed with my end of year, end of term uni stuff. And then my brain's been all fucked because of starting new brain drugs. So it's completely unsurprising that I'm having trouble doing mentally taxing creative tasks. I pretty much expected it, in fact, and I'm not worried at all, because I think eventually I'm going to get bored of just like playing Counter-Strike and watching YouTube and anime, and I'll be like, yeah, you know what, today I'm just going to make some music because I'm bored, and then I'll make some music, and it'll be fine. I don't really have any problems with it. It could be a month, it could be 6 months, but I'm sure I'll go back to it. It doesn't really matter. Time is an illusion. And you shouldn't be stressed about not being constantly productive, because you should be doing things because you enjoy doing them. So if you have to force yourself, you're kind of missing the point, you should be, if you're doing something creative, it should be an enjoyable activity. And right now, my brain isn't in a super creative mode. It just wants to do things, It doesn't particularly want to be creative in the sort of the really abstract sense that is making music or writing or drawing or something like that. I'm sure there's ways to kickstart it. I'm sure if I was to like take some acid or something, that would be a good way. But I don't really feel the need to. Right now, I'm pretty content to just solve the problems of how do I shoot this guy in Counter-Strike or something like that. I mean, I know I'm going to get bored of this because I'm already getting bored of Counter-Strike. It's not super interesting anymore. I'll probably uninstall it pretty soon. And then I'll probably start like speedrunning or something like that. Because you don't have to be constantly creative in the same way. That's applying some sort of capitalist mode of thinking to something which has existed for a very long time before capitalism, And they may tell you it's natural to always want to create if you're creative or something like that, but it's really not, and it really goes against the way that sort of stuff works. Yeah, you can be creative all the time. Some people are, but some people aren't, and that's fine. People's brains work differently, and people's brains don't always work in the way that capitalism tells it should work. If you live in a capitalist society, you're told that you should always be doing the same thing, but that's not necessarily how everyone's going to be able to operate. I can't do the same thing forever, and that's fine. If I want to spend a few weeks drawing every day and then suddenly stop drawing, that's completely fine. I shouldn't feel guilty about it, because your brain, my life experiences aren't the same as they were a few weeks ago. So my brain isn't the same as it was a few weeks ago. The way I'm thinking is not the same. So it's natural that the activities that I want to do have changed. Same with creativity. Sometimes I feel very like I really need to make something. Sometimes I just feel like I don't have anything particularly interesting to express creatively, or even in a video. And then in that case, there's no reason to try and force myself to think of something that I want to express, because then it's very easy to tell when something like that happens, you know. It's easy to tell when someone's forcing themselves. What you want to do is just go with the flow. Just let your brain behave like it wants to behave, and just follow it where it takes you. And if your brain happens to want to do something that is generally considered unhealthy behavior by society, just say, you know what? World is a fuck. I do what I want. And what I want to do right now is play Counter-Strike every day. And that's fine. And when I want to make music, I'm going to make music. I'm still have a deadline to meet. I have 2 more tracks to make on Patreon before the end of this month, and I still haven't made them, which is probably bad. But I mean, I'm confident that I can get those done. They may not be the best tracks, but I'll get those done. It's no big deal. And then we'll all be happy and live together in harmony.